Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody. Today finally we'll take a look at the euro currency, but right now actually guys, it really no matter what currency to choose for discussion, because markets across the board expect FOMC meeting and stands really very calm. At the same time, I just have checked across the board and really I haven't found any valuable setup right now for trading. Unfortunately, our yesterday setup on the Canadian dollar has not been formed, since this overall picture on the daily chart looked really nice, but as we said, we need some insurance for taking the position because the drop was really fast, and yesterday we have discussed that we need some reversal pattern on the intraday charts before taking the position, but unfortunately we haven't got any reversal pattern yesterday, and that's why actually we just haven't got our entry point for the Canadian dollar. And you can see it's really has dropped even further. That's why mostly stands right to the target that we discussed in our weekly research dedicated to Canadian dollar that we have prepared a couple of weeks ago. It's mostly based on the weekly bearish grabber, and it suggests an area that's 127.80 approximately should be reached as a result of this dropping. So meantime, on the euro currency, as you can see, it's really anemic action, but at the same time, this action suggests that some upward continuation could continue, because trend has shifted bearish here by the MACD indicator, but as you can see, price action is not. So price stands approximately in the same area without no real reversal, no downward action. So we do not see nothing of that sort. This market mostly stands flat. This usually suggests chance on further some leg up. And in general, this corresponds to our expectation on the FOMC meeting, because as you know, the rate increase in June is already strongly priced in, so this will not be the surprise, and mostly investors will be watching for perspective of the Fed policy, what Fed will say on the future action, whether it will confirm at the same pace it now stands, and whether it confirm another rate hike in the current year. We expect that we just share with our expectations. So personally, I will not trade the FOMC meeting, and we not call you to trade. This is just our view, what we think. We think that Fed will not raise rates in 2017 anymore, and today we expect relatively dovish comments. At least they should be not as hawkish as investors expect to hear. That's our position. That's what we think about rate hike. But at the same time, we expect more aggressive policy from the Fed in 2018 compared to what market really expect. So we think that major strength, major power of the FOMC tightening policy will be shifted, will be postponed to 2018 year, and it will not be gradual through the 2 years. So we expect some increasing of this. So that's why we think that today FOMC should give the hint on these changes that could happen. So I mean that they actually not intend to raise rate in 2017 anymore. But that's just our view, guys. That's what we think. And correspondingly, even the fact of the price rate hiking should trigger some upward action here, because that will be the fact of the event that already has been priced in. And you know, very often such moments when the well-known event happens, markets usually moves in opposite area, in opposite direction, just because investors start to fix the profit on this event. So that's why fundamentally it's also possible that some upward continuation is technical as fundamentally. Another reasons why we think that euro currency really could move slightly higher here is based on the forward time frame chart. Take a look at on this picture. First of all, we have this hidden bullish divergence with the MACD. And usually it's suggested taking out the previous stops. It's very often happens and it's common action when you see the hidden bullish divergence with the MACD. So we have seen it many times. Last time it was in the gold market. Another moment, take a look. Actually, here we have the flag pattern. This has been formed. It has broken up, and right now market has retested this upper border of this flag, as you can see, and it keeps above it. So it means that's not some failure breakout or some bullish trap. It's really real breakout. Market just retested this border, so this flag is still valid as the bullish continuation pattern. And the fact that market stands above this trend line also gives some hints on the possible further upward action. Currently, guys, it's very difficult to say how high this action could be, but here we have yearly pivot point at 1305. Next is 1394 is monthly pivot resistance one. So if we will place the overbought reversal areas, so you can see overbought stands even above the 114. So here's relatively free space for the market. Let's take a look. This very important candle. I have talked about it already previously, but that is the victory session for the victory of the Donald Trump in the elections. It's top, as you can see. And probably market should try to clear it out, so taking out of this top. So it seems that at least, so based on the patterns that we have, at least market should take it out of this top, and the small logical target stands at 113.05. But all other action will depend on what Fed really will say on the perspective of rate hike. So this currently, I think that's really not very clear trying to predict this. So that's our view on the euro currency right now. As you can see, we do not have here clear patterns, but based on some suggestions, based on the technical picture that we see right now, it seems that the chance on some leg up today is really very probable.